Brooks' mom, Dawn Woods, says the state called her as a witness to testify, but they withdrew the subpoena. When I sat down with her for an exclusive interview since her son's trial began, she says that brought her relief. From fighting to the judge to taking his shirt off, the trial has really been nothing short of dramatic. And that's why Woods says she isn't watching because, well, it's just too much for her to take.
Right now, I'm just heartbroken, just shattered.
Did he ever talk about driving through the parade route? Did you have a conversation with him?
Early on. And he does not remember. Every time Darrell goes into a manic where he explodes like that, he does not remember what he did. You have to tell him what he did. He knows what you told him, but he can't recall the act. I don't believe, from what I've known or what I've seen, that Darrell was even in his right mind. I don't think he was even conscious to what he was doing.
Whose idea was it for him to represent himself? Was it his, yours, together?
No, I would never advise him to represent, no one to represent themselves, especially in a case that's so serious.
But he insisted?
No, he felt that his lawyers did not have his best interest at heart.
So he's been in court and he has taken off his shirt and he has interrupted the judge, and the judge has thrown him out saying, you know, you can't keep doing this. His behavior in court, and we've seen this play out, is erratic. At times towards the judge, disrespectful. What do you say to that? What message would you send to him?
I have talked to him about that, and I have told him, I said, you're going to have to try to keep a cool head because it's making you look bad. But he's not medicated. They're not giving him anything for his illness.
What message do you have for the families?
I just want them to know that that was not a deliberate act. When you're manic and you're out of control, you don't know what you're doing. He didn't know what he didn't know what he was doing. He was not in his right mind. It wasn't intentional. He didn't mean to hurt nobody. We talk about the families often and the victims, and he says to me that he prays for them too, and he has to live with the fact that regardless to what goes down, what happened, 6 people died because of him. He is very, he's full of shame.
You brought up the little Sparks boy. What would you say to his mom tonight? If she sees this, what message would you like to say to her?
I would tell her, not just his mom, but his dad and his brother too, that little Jackson, he had his whole life ahead of him. And he's now a sweet angel. He did not deserve what happened to him.
Do you think Darrell should go to prison, and if so, how long?
There should be some accountability to what he did. Yes, ma'am. How long? That's not for me to say. My only concern was that instead of being in prison, I feel he needs to be institutionalized where he can get the help he needs.
And again, Dawn says she doesn't plan to watch any of the trial again. It's just too hard because she sees him as somebody with a mental illness, not the son that she knows.
And that was an original plea, which was pulled back, and now he's representing himself. She's not a witness anymore. She was going to be called, so she can't talk to him. How often do they speak? And whatever she says to him, does it seem to be getting through? And she says, stop the antics.
Yeah, apparently not. And she said that's the mental illness. She's only been there twice to talk to him. She doesn't go again because her car was impounded. She doesn't have a car. Says she only gets 15 minutes behind glass and it's all recorded. So she feels put off by that. So she talks to him on the phone, but will not, she said, go to Waukesha anymore.
Trial starts again in the morning. Mary, thanks.